the health department. He changed it. He refunded that the other day because he did that because she wasn't fired. So we went for one. Remember that?
What page is she? Where'd she go? Eight. Yeah. One after 7. One. Sorry. Yeah, I got it marked out.
Right, my goodness. Huh? Yeah, I got minus 58 or 60.
Well, we'll just say that we meant to let her fill it until December 31st.
I mean, it's nothing's done. All we gotta do is make it.
Right.
I don't think it's too much. No way. Because we only count 400,000.
What do you think? 38,000 for a salary?
No, benefits and everything. I mean, he's such a sheriff. He was 77,000.
Yeah, but I know he always takes highest package possible.
You're still pushing 60.
Okay.
Whatever his salary is, and McKnight said you had 20% or
20 is what I'm heard. So let's just say
40, 45.
no.
50 to 55.
No.
We stand for the pledge and the pledge allegiance to the flag. Thank you. This will be one of the budget hearings back in session on this one. What we're going to target tonight, with the exception of the first thing, is we're going to target general fund items only. That's what we will target tonight. There'll be no speaking from the public unless the council asks a question, and that will open it up. And one thing that I run into today was brought to my attention was, and I talked to Paula, and this is for the council, when we went through one of the prior budget hearings, the first one, we defunded that sanitation. Well, and then in the regular council meeting, we granted that position. So we can't do both. We're either going to have to defund it and leave it as is, or we're going to have to give it to them.
Was that not grant funded?
Yeah, it's grant.
No,
No?
that's not grant fund. That is her levy. It's part of our levy, and so it comes out of the 1159 Health Department Fund, and it is not county general, but it is a levy fund.
So
it impacts us.
Yes, and because her levy comes off of ours, and we have the ability to lower her levy, raise her levy, so she is dependent upon us.
So there's two options on that. One, we can go back and refund it, or two, and I assume a council meeting, we'll have to go back and rescind that and eliminate that hire. And to my knowledge, that's the only two options we got.
When that came before the council, I knew that we'd done that. I mean, I'm sure we all remember
That we defunded that. Well, it was brought to my attention today. I went and talked to Paula, and I asked her not to do anything with that for 24 hours. Give us 24 hours so the council could make a decision. So we need to either refund that or let it ride, and in the next council meeting, retract it. It's going to require a vote either way we go.
I make a motion to stay with the defunding of that position in the first budget hearing.
Okay, I have a motion on the table to stay with defunding the position. Do I have a second? Jeff seconds. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So that is
So you're keeping the position.
keeping the position.
Yes.
Well,
Well, you're leaving the funding for it.
Give me the count back, Martha.
no, I think we need to go through, it's already been voted on to be zero, so now we have to rescind that motion. Katie, help me through this.
Well, I asked Katie about that today, and she said because the budget books were not closed, we could do this, so unless she's changed.
I mean, right, so she made a motion to keep it as it is, it failed. So if you want to put it back in, then I think somebody has to rescind that original motion to defund it and put it back on the table and fund it when you get to it in tonight's budget. And then that way, in the normal council meeting, you don't have to fix, it's gonna stay, so you don't have to fix whatever you told Paul last night. As long as when you get to it in the, make a motion, somebody makes a motion to rescind the previous motion.
On the defunding, or on the hire request itself?
No, on the defunding, I don't know who made the original motion, it's in my book, but
Well, Jane, I've got a motion and a second, and we actually already voted to leave that defunded.
No.
We already got a vote too.
so
I thought you
Jamie,
voted to keep it.
Jamie voted, Jamie made the motion, Phil seconded to defund it, pass 7-0. So right now, you know, she voted to keep it defunded, obviously that died, so somebody to put it back in there.
So we need a motion to put it back.
To fund that
If you
position.
want to fund it,
But I would think once you took that back off, it would already be funded because it was in there prior. So we,
you defunded it, and then she made a motion to keep it defunded, and it failed.
right,
So then somebody, if you want to fund it, you probably should make a motion.
I make a motion to fund the position,
To refund it?
to refund the position.
So that's page 8, line, count 11605, the first sanitarian listed, so you would make a motion to fund it back at the,
It's not gonna be at this rate. The rate that I looked at it earlier, it's around 49,000 because rate was based on her level of experience and her years of
She's been
service.
there a long time.
And he has much less. It's just a little over a year.
you want to fund it at 49.
I'll get the exact figure for tomorrow night and tell you what that funding amount will be.
Okay, so I've got a motion on the table to refund that position, correct?
Yes.
May I have a second?
Second.
Amy seconds that motion. Any questions on this? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Noes?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay. We've got 2 noes and the rest yeses. So that one will be refunded. Okay, that clears that problem up. That's the only one that I know of so far, Martha, right?
That's the only one I know of, so.
Katie?
No, it's not what I know.
Okay. I'm gonna go right down the list that Martha gave us there earlier. This is, general fund only, the 1,000 line. But, which we're gonna start on page 11.
I'm gonna give them a total where we're at.
That's the best. I was given one paper tonight, which we have not done well at all. So far, what we've decreased in the budget for 2026 is $296,598. When the council originally started this, we set a goal at 1.5 million. We have not done too good, I'm telling you right now. And then what I found out just a little bit ago, and I'm gonna have Martha tell that.
So I spoke with Jackie Clements from AIC, who has been working with us on this. And Jackie said that we are still about $2 million over levy.
Martha, that was the current levy using what we had last year.
Right. There will be some adjustments that we will be making, so we won't be that much over levy, but we still are over.
Did you tell us to turn to page 11?
Yes, I'm gonna drop right down. Martha made us up a sheet,
Yeah.
and we're gonna start there, and we're gonna drop right down her list, which, these are all funds 1,000, which is general fund. And we'll go,
The amounts that you've already cut.
and we will go
What did
to
you say, Martha?
These are the amounts that you have already cut.
each one of those pages, and I'm not gonna read them off again. I'm not gonna do that. But any questions, any comments, any cuts that you guys see on that page, we have got to do better than 396,000. I mean, that's just bottom line.
It's 200.
296,000, my bad.
Average salary, how many employees would that be?
So however this plays out, it's nothing personal.
What, 2 million?
I know the council has, I've talked to most of the council on and off for the last week. And it's bothered all of us because we know where we're going. We know what we're going to have to do. So whatever goes on, it is nothing personal. I will tell you that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on page 11, which is the county clerk. Is there anything on page 11 that any of the council wants to address?
Pardon?
Anything on page 11, which is county clerk? Is there anything that you want to address on that? Because we will make motions to cut. If there's no motions or no questions on the pages, we will move on to the next page.
How many deputies does that amount to in the second line?
County clerk deputies, that's 163,000, she decreased that. Amy,
Yes.
how many deputies?
Well, I have a voter registration deputy. I have a first deputy, a bookkeeper, if you call that a deputy. And then I have 4 ladies out front, which are deputies. One of those are traffic, we have to have her. So I have 3 other deputies in there.
7.
So you got a total of 7? Okay.
Yep.
I guess we could have divided that up with the stipends.
Yeah. Sure.
On the request for the deputies, she's already cut that $73,827.
She's already cut that.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, are all these full-time?
Yes. I have 2 part-time that are not included on there. One in the clerk office, one in voter.
Because I was looking at her bottom line. I think that's what you was looking at there, Phil, was from 2025 to next year's budget, she's decreased at 40,000. Okay. Is there anything anybody sees, any more questions on page 11?
Are we gonna go back at the end of this after we get a running total of employees? I mean, we
We
know that's kind of
can-
where we gotta be.
We can go back to any page you want, we're not gonna close it.
Okay, as long as you don't close it, because I think at the end, we'll have to go back and see.
You guys got any more questions on 11?
I just don't see how we can go through this, other than just look at these pages and not have a plan. I mean, we should have an actual plan of, and I don't know what that plan is.
Well, we're gonna have to cut.
You're going to, yeah.
You gotta cut.
That's where you have a discussion. I mean, somebody makes a motion, and we'll have a
Somebody makes a
discussion.
motion on it, we will discuss it right there and we'll vote on it.
Well, so far, I'm interested in cutting.
Okay. Well, you're on page 11 and we can go back to 11.
Do we have any interest in cutting now, or do we want to go back through and look at, get a running total of everybody's department, and then come back through them, or do we want to do as we go?
Let's do it as we go. And then we can come back if need be. Is there any motions on this page?
Well, it looks like you're gonna have to defund some positions.
Have no choice.
No choice.
Not take them off the book, but defund.
We will do it the way we did the ones the other night. We can defund that position, but leave that line. And that's 7 deputies, Amy?
7 deputies, 2 part-time.
Yes, remember that's 2 offices, but yes.
So I think what she's saying is line 11300 would be 4 deputies. She has 11400 as her bookkeeper. She has 11800 as her traffic clerk. And then when you go over to voter registration, she has a deputy line at 11500. And so those would be her 3 deputies, so one line would have 4 deputies in it. Correct me if I'm
Okay,
wrong.
so yes, if you want to just consider the clerk's office, not the voter registration office, I would have 6 deputies.
6 deputies.
Yes,
And those are all full-time?
yes.
So there's 6 there, 1 there, so there's 7 beside her.
Okay. Anybody want to go anywhere on this one?
Not at this,
No way. Okay.
not at this time.
Not at this time? Scott?
If she wants to wait, that's fine. We'll wait.
Okay.
Okay, may I clarify, because I don't have the paper you're looking at with me right now. The deputy line that you're seeing right there includes 3. Is that right? Because you see a bookkeeper line, correct?
Yes.
You see a traffic line,
Yep.
and you see a first deputy.
We just see elected official deputies.
Okay, so then that deputy line includes 4 people.
Okay. That one
Right.
includes 4.
So that's 10,
Can do.
15,
Well, if she wants to wait, we'll wait. I was gonna make a motion to cut it if we did. We can wait.
I feel like she already cut one position.
Hmm.
She cut one.
Yeah.
and one's gone.
So that deputy line is 4.
That does give you a line of
She
4.
was-
Okay. You want to wait on that one, or you can go ahead and make a motion?
We can wait. You said you want to go back and revisit it.
That would be my plan,
Wait and go back.
if we need to.
Wait and go back. Okay. If we're going back to page 11, next page is, these are not in order, so I have fun. Page 47, auditor.
I would like to make a suggestion on my budget. So where I have the MVP tax and fund support, I did some checking and I can move that out of county general, the $26,000, and put it in Flatbook and pay for my software support out of Flatbook. I will come back to you in December to do an additional to add it to Flatbook because we cannot do it now because Flatbook's been advertised and I cannot pull it up.
So that would remove that 26,000?
Yes.
If she's done that herself, I don't think we need a vote on that.
Yeah. I will make a motion to move line 39200 to $0.
Okay, I've got a motion from Amy to move that one. Do I have a second?
Second.
I think Phil got the second on that one. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one passed. Thank you. Okay, and you got elected officials. You got 4 deputies on this one, Martha?
No, I have 5.
You have 5 deputies on this one?
Yes. I have a payroll deputy, a bookkeeper, a first deputy, and 2 second deputies.
Okay. Then on line 11300, I will make the motion to reduce that by 1 deputy. And that will be up to you to figure out who you want. So motion on the table to reduce that line by 1 deputy. Have a second?
Do we need an amount?
She will have to decide. I'm sure they're all on different.
$40,295.
Is that with benefits? There's no benefits on that one? 40,295?
$40,295.
And at 20%, you think? Well, it depends on if they take it. You don't know.
So there's no benefits on that
Well,
one?
we don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to.
So that's probably
Plus, 42.95 plus.
plus
She
40.
does not carry benefits.
Okay.
Okay. I've got a motion on the table that I made to defund that 1 deputy. Do I have a second?
Second.
Scott seconded the motion on that. Any discussion on that? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Martha, that will defund 1 deputy from that line,
66,000.
give or take.
Yeah.
You need to address the stipend.
And then that's where I was going, stipends right underneath it, because the stipend needs to be reduced
$500.
500. Okay. I'll make the motion to reduce the stipend by 500.
Second.
Scott seconds. Any questions on this one? All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed? That one passed. Martha, that one will reduce 500. That one is removed. That's all I see on that page. You guys see,
Well, she took $67,000 of her stuff.
$67,000
Yeah, well, she moved to 26 and then we funded that one line. Because that line will actually stay in there, Martha. As I said, it's just defunded for 2026. Okay, do you guys see anything else on page 47? Okay, if not, we're going to page 9.
9.
Page 9, treasurer. Okay, this one is county treasurer. How many deputies are on this line? Penny?
Can't remember.
She was here. I think she's
Three,
got
looks like 3
2
full-time.
deputies on that line.
Only 3 full-time people, according to the study. Is there another fund that we could move that, the tax software support into?
She does not have another fund we can move it to.
I thought we took that out.
It's the software support.
There's the MPV tax
It would
fund
be
support, that's the line.
39,200.
Too many software supports.
We do have too many, but unfortunately they're necessary.
Well, that one was budgeted 25,000 for this year, and that went up 5,000?
We don't know exactly what the cost is gonna be. I can go in and once we know, and we pay those bills, I can reduce that line so that it can't be spent.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to reduce line 39200 to 2,500, sorry, 25,000.
Software support.
That's software support, which would drop it back. Okay, I've got a motion on the table to, on third line, 39200, to revert that back to the 2025 figure, which would reduce
Do you know it's
that.
gonna raise, Martha?
Not necessarily, we always get told to anticipate an increase.
Okay. Amy's got a motion on the table. Phil will second that motion. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Martha, that one is going to revert to 25,000. Software support, computers. And then there's 2 full-time deputies in that?
Yes, she has 2 full-time deputies in the treasurer's office.
How many part-times she got? I'm not seeing.
So her part-time, the extra help line, that is just simply during tax season when they collect taxes, because it gets very busy over there. And so she generally has 3 to 4 that she brings in. Some of them don't want to work, every day, so they work a couple of days, and someone else will work a couple of days. But she has extra help that comes in during tax time.
It's for like a two-week period,
Pardon me?
maybe like for a 2-week period.
2.5, maybe 3, something like that.
That's 2 deputies in there. I'm going to make a motion on that to take one of the 2 deputies to part-time.
You're gonna do what?
She's got 2 full-time in there, take 1 to part-time, and leave 1 full-time. And then leave her extra help line alone. So I made the motion is on the table to take 1 full-time and turn that into a part-time position. Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Amy seconded that. Any,
Don't need an amount.
any discussion? That's where she will come up with this amount shortly.
She's gonna answer that.
That's,
That's why I said we
Yeah.
need a dollar amount in what this position.
yeah, that would take it from full-time to part-time.
So it would be $19,247.
On the total, and that's without benefits, correct?
Yes.
So it'd be 19 plus benefits.
Martha, could you repeat that?
$19,247.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second on the table. Any more discussion on this? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that is going to go from one of the full-times to a part-time. And that would be 19,000 plus benefits, correct? And I think
You
we,
need to address the stipend in that,
that's where I'm going next.
and I will have to add the part-time stipend in there.
You'll have to change that and,
I can do that because we've lowered this down,
yeah.
and add it in that case.
Okay, on the stipend full-time, which is line 12011, that line needs to be decreased by 500. I'll make a motion on that. Have a second?
Second.
Scott seconds. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Motion passed. Martha, that one will go to 1,000. And then we need to add,
1,250, because the part-time person.
So I have to put it in a different line.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And then we have to add the 250 back into that, and
Yes, it'd be line 12012.
12012. Okay. I'll make a motion to add 250 back into 12012 for the part-time stipend.
Second.
Jeff seconds. Any question on the motion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Just cut software support, much as I'd love to. Okay, you guys see, because we've already reduced the computers back, right? I've got that in my book. We took the computers back to 500.
No.
Not have that.
Question mark.
Still at $1,000.
I'm question mark on that.
Yeah, I got a question mark.
Question mark. Okay, then on the computers, line 44000, I'll make the motion to take the 1,000 back to the 2025 budget, which is 500.
Second.
Janie seconds. Any questions on the motion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that line will go back to, it's 44000, back to 500, which is the 2025 budget.
That's for how much?
Pardon me?
That's for how much?
That was 500. Okay, that hit the bottom of that one. Anybody else got anything they see on page 9? Okay, page 3. Jessica moved, the reason those are zeroed out there, I mean, you got the elected official in there, that damn word I can't say. That she
She
moved.
pays her 2 deputies out of the
That's
perpetuation
it.
fund.
So she moved, huh?
Say it one time.
Yeah. So she's really helped us there.
Tammy.
Stipend full-time, I don't see anything on this, unless you guys do. There's nothing there. I mean, she moved the deputies to that fund. Travel and training has stayed the same at 500. Member dues, you guys see anything on page 3? Phil?
I haven't seen anything either.
Okay. I was gonna say this one for last. Great day. 79. And I do have which this one is lengthy, but I
79?
what I got.
Can you all make sure you have your microphones on?
Yep. Who you got? You ain't gonna see
Go
there.
to 81 on yours.
There we go.
You're on 81.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but there's one thing that, which we got the email on this, and I know Greg was willing to do something on this with receptionist, I believe. And I would like to have him explain that to us, if he doesn't care. Would you care to explain that?
Yeah, I can. Here's fine, or you'll get there.
Up here.
Where do you want to do?
Well, the mic.
Mic, yeah, you have to have the mic recorded.
All right, so as you know, I've already cut 3 positions from the department. But after last night's meeting, and I've been talking to him for a few weeks now, but we have, or we'll be having when one of our jail officers who does who did the sex and violent offender registry, he is on short-term, or he's on FMLA, and he's getting ready to move to disability and off of all the books and everything in December. And that position you guys have already approved. So I have a receptionist who has been trained on all that, and for the last few weeks has been doing all of the SVOR things. So I'm going to take my receptionist, and I will move her to that jail spot to take over the SVOR duties. She's going to maintain some of her other receptionist duties as well. And then what I would like to do then is to take my clerk, who will also assume additional responsibilities since I'm not going to have a full-time receptionist, and move the clerk from wage scale D up to wage scale E. And that way she'll be compensated for the additional. It's a lot like what the clerk's office did earlier, combining a couple of jobs really. So what that will do is save another basically $40,000 of salary of the receptionist. It will add about $1,700 and some to the clerk's salary, but
If I'm on the right one, is that one the 40, well, actually requested for 2026, 42,260?
yes, that's what
So that's the one you would remove?
I would remove that, but then I would want the clerk moved from the 46,519 up to 48,266. That would increase her wage scale.
So it's about $40,000.
It is basically a $40,000 salary savings to the general fund plus the benefits, which would be close to $30,000 plus $500 stipend.
Okay, so that would remove the 42,260.
Yes. Now, I would like to keep that in.
Keep the line.
I want to keep the line because
Yeah.
later on, if any of them
Well,
retire.
that's what we've
but,
been
yeah.
doing so far.
Okay.
If we defund it for 2026, we'll leave that line open.
Yeah, and I would foresee that it will probably be defunded for a couple of years, you know, that before either one of them would retire or leave, so.
And then the clerk would go up, what'd you say?
48,266.
So that's about a $2,000 increase then, ish.
Currently at 42,260.
Who?
Is it Alyssa?
Alyssa, yes, 42,260, yes.
42,260.
I've got 40.
6,006.
How much?
6,006. It's based on her years of experience too,
Okay.
is the scale move.
I have clerk, if I'm looking at the right.
Hold on,
line.
no. I'm not sure what you're saying. Alyssa's moving to a jail spot.
Right.
She's not moving, I mean, she's just taking one of the jail spots that are filled.
Right, but
Jeannie
her current
will be moving.
salary- Oh, it's Jeannie and not Alyssa?
Jeannie is the clerk who's moving from D to E.
Okay.
And Jeannie tells me that that will
Yeah.
push her to 48,266, and she'll be right to the penny,
I
so.
had the wrong person.
Okay, so if we do that, that receptionist position, which is line, account number 12003, would be defunded for 2026, but the line left open, correct?
Yes,
Okay, I'll make the motion on that to defund that line, but leave that line open. Jeff seconds. Any questions on this? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that motion passed, Greg. That one will be defunded, but the line is left.
yes.
So total cut, how much do you think?
And that's a total cut of what I'm showing is
Hold on, I'm doing your math over here.
41,933 is it now? Is that right, Martha?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
On that line 12003, that amount right now is 41,933.
12003, according to the salary schedule, is 42,260. So you,
I think it'll be a savings of $40,513.
Yeah, that was, well, that's what I got. So it's
so
42,260.
let me ask you this,
No.
Sheriff.
Uh-huh.
No?
So you have to take the salary that we
So
cut
you're moving G.
minus
Jean would go to the E scale, yes.
additional,
So her current
that he's
salary
asking
is
for, assuming-
46,519.
Yes,
so that's what we
Is
cut.
what you had in there for her budget. So she's going to go to the 48,266. So
Yes,
that's an
ma'am.
increase of 1,747.
mhm. So you take 42,260 minus 1,700 to get the total savings. And that's the 40,513.
I just wanna make sure I got all-
40,513?
Yeah, plus benefits.
And then plus benefits.
Okay, and then that's,
So with that, that's 4 positions cut from the sheriff's department for a total savings counting salary and benefits of over $450,000.
now to increase that, and you're wanting to increase the clerk from 1,700, correct?
Yeah, move her from scale D to
That is that a council issue, Katie? To increase that?
So he's wanting to take clerk Jeannie's position, take it from scale D to scale.
Right, right.
So we have to amend the salary ordinance to
Yes,
change her
yes,
scale
we will.
to separate.
Yes, well, what we can do, since this is going to be effective 2026, we will write it into the new salary ordinance that you will adopt for 2026.
Okay.
That this is the position, the combination, that he still has the other line, but it's just not concrete.
Yeah.
And at this time, we need to increase that line so that the increase is budgeted for.
Right, right.
And that is on, what was the exact amount on that, 1,700?
1747.
1747.
1,747,
Is what we're adding to the,
12004.
The exact amount is $48,266 for that line.
Right, because he's defunding a line, so you
Yeah.
have to take that minus the 1747.
I make a motion to raise line 12004 to $48,266.
Got a motion on the table. Jeff seconds. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's done.
Okay.
For the moment. You got a lot of pages. Okay. Now, we're going to stay on these pages till everybody looks through. Which is 79, I'm looking 80 by yours.
Who next? What do you want to do next?
We need to look through the rest of these pages.
Yeah, we're going to
Because I'm on 79 now. I went back and got off of that. Now that,
We'll need to adjust our
Stipend.
stipend as well.
we need to, that's on, well, my 79. That stipend on there is at 13,000, which we need to decrease that by 500.
No, comes out of the jail budget. So I'm looking at a stipend line of 17,500. It's my page 80, could be page 82 in your book.
And the stipend line for the jail, page 80, should be 17,000 if you eliminate that reception spot.
12011.
12011. Okay, I see that now. Okay. I'll make a motion to decrease that line 12011 by 500.
Second.
Scott seconds. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is decreased by 500. I'm going back to the first page, which starts with line 11100. I'm on 79.
The sheriff page. You're 81.
Okay.
I don't see anything
I have no interest at this time
on this page.
on this page.
You guys have anything on this page? Janie,
Pardon
you
me?
got anything on this page?
No.
Okay, then we'll flip to the jail, which starts with count number 11106.
Where is court security? What does that entail? Is that,
Where you at?
11410.
yeah. I've got 4 positions.
You're on court security.
Yeah.
That'd be courthouse and plaza?
And Sheriff Day, you've got courthouse security covering other duties as well.
Yeah, so that courthouse security line, obviously, it is 4, but if you remember, because of those other 3 cuts that I voluntarily made, I have moved duties around. So one of my court security officers are gone out of court security a couple of days to help do animal control and transports.
And that's actually the 2 downstairs here and 2 across the street, right?
Yeah, I mean, they switch back and forth, they're not assigned to one specific building, but yes.
Okay.
Do you guys see anything on this page? Do you guys see anything on this page? Janie?
Okay. No.
No? Okay, so 80,
Hey, Rick, I don't know, it may not be able to be done at this point, but that inmate medical services line at 37,400, if there was any way to move that over to the other with lit at this point, but it may raise lit, there may not be enough cut out of lit to be able to raise that, but that would be 55,000, that could come out of general, revenue, go
So you're suggesting moving that to lit?
If it can be done, I don't think it can be added to lit unless that much money has been reduced from lit.
Martha, Katie? Kate, Martha?
I'm looking to see, I don't think we cut much out of lit, if anything. What we can do is remove it out of this budget, come back and do an additional appropriation in December for January to put it in lit in January.
Put it in January.
But you'd have to do an additional appropriation so it can go into the lit in January.
So go ahead and basically,
Well, you cut it
I feel like we're taking it out of one pocket and putting that in the other.
January, so basically you're gonna cut it now.
well, that's what I was gonna say, cut it now. And then
Out of
come
this
in.
fund.
Huh?
Out of this fund,
Yeah,
and do an appropriation in January, out of lit, is what you
Right.
said, right?
Pardon me?
go ahead and cut this now and do appropriation in January to move it to
If
lit.
that's what the sheriff wants to do, yes, you can do that.
You good with that?
That would be fine, and I actually will not do the appropriation, I would not do the appropriation in January, I'll wait till later in the year, because the lit early funds have done to pay for the contract and a little bit of off-site services, so it will be later in the year before I would have to start dipping into this anyway. So it could be later in the year before I ask for that additional, but I will have to ask for that to cover everything,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be in January, but it can be removed from the general fund if we can get that additional out of the, at some point next year.
Okay, then account number 37400 would be defunded at this time. I will make the motion on that.
Second,
Scott seconds. Any questions on that one?
that's 55,000.
That one is 55,000.
Wait a minute. What fund number did you say?
37400.
37400.
Oh, I thought that's what you said, but I didn't think that's what the sheriff said.
Okay, so I got a motion and a second on the floor. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is passed. And Greg, we'll have to work that out, getting that into the lit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes. You guys see anything else on that page?
Not at this time.
You guys see anything else on that page? Nothing on that page at this time. Thank you, Greg.
He's got one more budget. Page 86.
Well, you want to just do his and be
Nothing
done?
in there, Jerry, but you got one other one.
You're gonna come back though, on that one, trying to nobody loose.
No. Where's the other one at, Martha?
Page 86. I think I somehow missed it.
You
In
You
my-
did.
In my haste to get it quick,
I
just
don't
put
have
together.
it.
Page 86.
This one is Central Dispatch. She's already down, dispatchers are down. Stipend full-time.
11 full-time employees.
What you got?
It says 11 full-time, 5,500 stipends.
He's cut most of these. Then that one, the 34000 utilities, that was water bill. I don't see anything on there that I want to go after, because I mean, the dispatchers right now, I think you're full staffed on dispatchers, correct?
Yes.
That. Okay, do you guys see anything on page 86 that you want to question?
Not at this time.
Do you guys see anything on 86? Okay. All right. that will end with the sheriff then.
So we could revisit.
But we can revisit, so don't take off. Okay, surveyor,
A long way to go.
page 4.
This will be easy.
That's an easy one. There's nothing there. I don't see anything there. Unless you guys are seeing something.
I'm good.
Janie, you good with
I'm good, sir.
Phil?
Yeah, I didn't have anything on that.
You guys got anything on court?
Right now.
Okay. 4's done. We'll go to page 18. County coroner. I didn't have anything on her either.
Yeah, I think she's pretty clean.
She's bare. She actually dropped that. 16. There's nothing we can do with it. Okay. Do you guys see anything on this one? On the corner? Phil? You guys see anything on the corner? Scott? Okay. Page 20, assessor. The second deputy line, that's the one we haven't been filling, right? The 11402. That's the one we haven't been filling.
One we haven't funded, or one we haven't filled is in there for 36,691. Because I went back to the beginning, thinking if I hired anybody, they'd hire at the bottom. Plus, I don't know if it helps any on that, but the girl that left me this year left in January, so most of her $38,000 salary is back in county general also.
Okay.
She only got 2 paychecks this year.
The only thing I see there is that on that second deputy line, that one there,
For 165,000.
165,000. I'm going to make a motion to defund 1 deputy on that line. Which will remove 1. And that's in a motion form. Do I have a second?
Second.
Janie seconds. We'll get them out for you in just a second. Janie, any questions on this one? And this April is defunded for 2026, but the line is there, okay?
I gave you the amount, 36,000.
36,000?
691, so that brings that line to 128,309.
120 what?
128,309.
Okay, your amount counts 36,
36,669, yeah.
61.
Okay. I've got a motion and a second on the table. Any further questions on
It's
this?
3669. 691.
All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that motion is passed. Martha, that line 11402 is going to be decreased by 1 deputy.
I will make a motion to move line 12011 to $2,500.
Stipend. Okay, that's the stipend, which is right below that. That would decrease that from 3,000 to 2,500. Amy's got a motion on the table.
Second.
Scott seconds. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Martha, that line is going to change to 2,500. That's all I see. You good on that? Okay. We'll tell you what, that is page 20, which is done. Assessors. Before we get into the prosecutors, which will be next, we're going to take a 10-minute recess.
Katie? Katie?
Oh, man, Pete, here we go.
Rub it in, rub it in.
Oh, no, I'm going. Prosecutor, page 23. So, take a look at prosecutor. 10,000, that's been changed. Did that, yeah, she ain't sitting there.
Yeah, we already cut that.
That one's cut. That's the one I was hunting. 11,308.
I'm way down.
11,308. Yeah, that one's already done.
Yeah, here we come.
Yeah, that one's already cut to zero, Jeff. That 11,308 and
Yes.
the 40,000 on the overtime line is cut to zero.
If I can, I've been doing some research on a grant, and in the prosecutor's budget, he has the matching money, the $17,800. That matching money can be removed because they didn't realize that the matching money was for his Fund 9186, the STOP grant, that he did not receive. I think the last year he received it was 2022. So that $17,800 can be removed from this budget.
Does the
Because
line get removed, Martha, or just the defunding?
The whole line will be removed because his victims assistance grant does not have a match to it.
Okay, and that's account number 39702?
Yes,
39702.
I tried to get a hold of them today, but was unable to reach them to tell them this, but I will be letting them know that, and they've not spent it, so
Okay.
we can take it out.
Okay. So line 39702 can be removed.
Yes.
I would move it or remove that line.
Okay, Jeff.
Second.
Jeff first, Janie second. Any questions on that line? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is removed. And then I had one up on, we've done 11801. 11801, we've already done that one.
Which one?
11801, we took that back to the 320,000.
320, okay.
Yeah. And then
Next one, we've taken out, we zeroed it out.
the 11811,
Mm-hmm.
1181,
We
11,
took it out. We took it out.
yeah, that one is zeroed.
Which one was that? I didn't hear that.
11811.
The juvenile prosecutor.
Yeah, that one's removed. Full-time. And then 2100,
We took 21000 down.
yeah, to 2500. That one's already been done. Gasoline. 21100. 21100 is already decreased to 1500. 3201 has already been decreased to 2500. Transcripts, which is
Down
3,500, has been reduced to 4,000.
I have a question, and I'm not sure who can answer it, so it'd be for someone who's familiar with the court system. Would it be a fair statement to say that we have been operating with 3.5 deputy prosecutors?
On the criminal side, yes. I think that's right. I think that you have maybe Justin Grant doing juvies. I'm not sure on that because I'm not on juvenile court. Then you have Neza, Piercy, and Cummings. Anybody, everybody think that I'm right?
That's not sure.
Hmm?
I agree.
So I think the council decision is, do we leave line 11801 funded at 4 full-time prosecutors? Or do we make that 3.5?
11801.
Deputy prosecutor line.
Well,
So I'm going to just make mention on his statement of salaries and wages. He has listed deputy prosecutors. He has Sarah Cummings. He has listed her at 90,000. Grant is at 80,000. Mesa is at 80,000, and Piercy is at 80,000.
So you have 4 full-time?
if Grant is part-time, I thought he was part-time.
This is the same question that we had last time.
Yeah,
He,
we thought somebody was gonna be here to talk with us, and
I could never
they're not
get
here.
a hold of him. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we know that that's not a part-time pay.
Right, that is a
So-
full-time deputy prosecutor pay. And I don't know how he has it structured.
Because he's listed in the system, Justin is listed in the system as full-time, correct?
I
Yeah,
believe so.
that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So, is that, that needs to be corrected?
I need my question answered by the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I can try to get a hold of him tomorrow and see if he can be here tomorrow.
Or a phone call or an email.
I can send him an email and ask him the questions that we put you all on it. Okay.
So basically what you're thinking is go to 3 full, 1 part? Is what you're thinking?
I think it's an option that solves the question that we have been asking.
Isn't this where at one time he, instead of breaking it down to salaries for full-time and part-time, he wanted what he called a bucket of money, and he could spend it how he,
We broke that down in the last salary ordinance, didn't
did he
we?
change it?
He has them listed out separately on this sheet, is all I can tell you.
We made him do that because he was paying a bonus.
So you do have it structured,
He has it structured on this sheet.
but does the council have it structured in like their,
I'd have to go back and review the salary
you
ordinances.
see, at one time, that's what turned this loose, I guess, is when he asked for, he said he could do, how was it? More paying higher or better attorneys, he could do more with less attorneys than he could, being limited on the amount of pay he could give, and then limited what the attorneys could, cases they could work. I remember when we changed that, but has it been changed back to where we actually have control?
I'm not going to answer that because I don't know. That's not audited.
So I guess the question is, he has 4 full-time deputy prosecutors.
Yes, yes.
Not counting 4D, but 4D is its niche.
Yeah, not counting 4D.
No, 4D has their own attorney.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, on this line right here, there is 4,
There's 4, and this is just the prosecutor's side. 4D has their own budget.
yeah. That's what I'm saying, but on this page right here, on line 11801, there's 4 full-time deputy prosecutors listed on that
Yes.
at 80,000, which would be the 320. Okay? Any other, you guys
I
got?
have note out at the side that we took that down to 320. Why would we have done that?
Because he was
We did.
increasing Sarah Cummings to 90,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all others to 80,000.
Yeah. you guys see anything on this that you want to question? 'Cause a lot of it, most of it we've already cut.
Well, did we fix the part-time person problem though?
That one is, we've already
Is that
cut
the,
that.
is that the line
Yeah.
that we zeroed
Yeah,
out?
we zeroed it.
So we did take care of that.
That was done in,
I've got it here.
yeah, it's zeroed out.
Yeah, I've got it on my page. But I just want to be sure that's taking care of the problem we were
Yeah.
discussing.
Line 11811 is zeroed. That is zeroed out. Okay. Any more questions on this page?
Not at this time.
Scott?
Yeah.
Jeff? Jane?
No.
Good. You guys are good on this one? Okay, we'll come off of him. And then we're going to page 13. Amy Voorhees, registration of voters. Overtime line. Actually, I don't have anything flagged on this page at all.
Nothing.
Do you guys have anything on this page?
Yes. Be back in the clerk's office is where.
Yes. Okay, so you guys are good on this one? Nothing on this page? Okay, we're coming off of that one. We're going to page 6, extension. We've already done a number on this one. That was 2 full-time. So we've already decreased that one, correct? On educators on 11,803.
I have, on 11,403 and 11,407, I've starred that, wondering if there, for some reason, I think there was a thought about decreasing the clerical to just having the manager, or make, yeah, one position to take care of both those duties.
I think it was that way at one time, and then it was part-time to go along with it. There was just one of those full-time positions and then one part-time back. Looks like in 24. There's a part-time now.
Well, the clerical, that's clerical full-time, so you would have to, if you did that, what you're talking, you'd have to go back and add the part-time, which is zeroed out.
I think that's where it was at one point, but I'm not sure.
At one time, they had 2 part-time positions that they transitioned into 1 full-time position.
What kind of savings did that cost us more, or did that?
I think it was a matter of they had difficulty hiring quality part-time people because of the pay and no benefits and everything, and then they felt that it would be better with a full-time position, and they could fund the full-time at sort of a lesser amount than what the 2 part-time positions were.
But they offer benefits.
But they offer benefits, yes.
The thing I see on that, if you did away with that one, you could go back to 2 part-times, like Scott said. right?
I think that's the way it was one time. That's not what the savings, if there's
Well, you would save the benefits,
In theory.
in theory, but that would be the same amount. Because we've already cut a lot of this.
Is that what you're talking, Jane, are you talking about going to one part-time?
No, I was talking about the office manager doing both jobs.
Okay.
So go to the office manager and eliminate
The clerical.
clerical full-time?
Are you eliminating the position or defunding it?
Defending.
Defunding.
Any consideration to the fact that this office has already lost one person?
I know.
I
understand
think
that.
some lose more than one. Have to.
I'm gonna make a motion to defund 11407.
Okay. I have a motion on the table to defund 11407. Do I have a second?
Second.
Scott will second.
And that's which position? The clerical?
And that is clerical, that is account 11407. So I've got a first and second on the table. Any questions or comment on this one? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Okay, you've got Amy, no, rest yeses. Martha. And that line will be defunded for 26, but the line will still remain. You guys see anything else on this page that we haven't already cut? Because I've got, office supplies got cut.
Looking at the historical on that, of course, you don't know what the outstanding expenditures are. Not getting office supplies.
We cut it down to 3.
Office supplies is 21,000. It's,
Did we cut that to 3?
we've
or-
already got, I've got to,
Or cut to 2?
cut to 2,500 is what I've got. Decrease 2,000.
No motion?
It's at 5,000 right now.
21,000.
I put 3 beside for some reason.
I've got 3 beside it.
I've got 3 beside it.
Decrease
too.
2,000, but
I've got
You're
decreased by 3
That's what I got.
the 2,500,
Well, on the office supplies,
to 2,000.
21,000.
I got 3,000 beside.
I've got 3,000 on the side.
Maybe 2.
I've got 3,000 with a down
We made
arrow.
no cut. We have nothing in
Okay.
our
So that,
spreadsheet that we're keeping.
so that one is 3,000.
That one is 5,000.
That one is 5,000. We did not cut that one.
Correct.
Okay, Phil, that is not cut.
I'll make a motion then to cut that by 25.
To 2,500? Okay, Phil's got a motion on the table for line 21000 to cut that to 2,500. Have a second? I will second it. Any questions or comments on this? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is cut to 2,500. Postage is good, travel, repair equipment. And then that last one, that equipment lease, we cut that, we've already done the equipment lease, correct?
I had the travel was decreased by 2.
I don't have anything on the equipment lease.
We didn't do anything to the equipment lease.
Do I?
We didn't do anything to the equipment lease.
Okay, what about travel?
We
I got
reduced
2,000.
the stipend.
Yeah, you have to change the stipend on this too, because you lost a full-time.
Yeah.
So you make a motion on line 12011 to cut from 1,000 to 500.
Okay, I've got a motion on the table to cut the stipend 500, account number 12011. Have a second?
Phil, you may have beat me.
Phil, second. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that stipend is cut to 500. 500. And then the travel, I've got
I got 2,000.
I've got 2,000 on it, right?
Yes. Scott made the motion, Julie seconded it, passed, so no.
What about the equipment lease?
I have nothing done with the list.
Because I've got,
On what?
That's for hotspots.
Rebecca, do you know when that lease is negotiated?
I don't know when. I just know the hotspots are critical for county there. There's not the lease and stuff otherwise.
I believe there's fiber going through there right now, but I thought someone said there was a 3-year agreement on that.
I think,
On-
is there 5? I thought there was less than that.
I thought it was 3.
Oh, 3, yeah, that sounds right.
On the hotspots?
Mm-hmm.
well, I've got notes on it to cut it to 2,000, but I don't,
Can we
we
do
didn't
some investigating and come back?
quick.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, I can get this information if that's what you need.
okay.
Staff.
We'll leave that one alone for the moment. And that's line 37,300. You're going to check on that, Amy?
Rebecca, look
Or
into it.
Rebecca? Okay. Okay. Anything else? You guys see anything else on 6? Page 6, 3 extension. Okay. Then we're going to flip off to page 2, veterans. Some of these, I think we've already touched some of these, haven't we, Jeff? Yes. 21000, which office supplies we took to 1,200. 31,300, we took to 1,000. Now, Brad did tell me yesterday and today that the state is now going to require them to go up for 4 days. So the hotel, motel, and all that's going to kick in. So, I mean, we can leave that alone and deal with it after the fact. I really don't think we ought to cut that anymore.
State's gonna require them to go 4 days?
4 days. Jeff, correct? Yeah. 4 days.
I hear you, I just don't
It's
understand.
something, well, I'm one,
And what, there used to be a rule on how far you could travel before you had to pay for a hotel.
50 miles.
50.
yeah, they're outside.
They probably changed that. Yeah.
And then one thing that has been bothering me, and I think it's going to cause issues down the road, but on this, the first one, 11103, where he cut his salary back from 34,653 to 22,500.
And raised his part-time.
And raised his part-time.
That's a salary ordinance issue, isn't it?
That's a salary ordinance issue.
That's outside of the salary ordinance, so something will have to be put in the 2026 salary ordinance to allow him to do that.
And then my question is, when he leaves that position and you've already raised those part-times,
It would have to revert back unless the new veteran service officer wanted to continue with the same agreement.
Okay.
Are there special requirements for those part-time positions?
One of the requirements is they are a veteran.
As far as training, yes, they have to attend the classes.
They have to go to.
And they must be a veteran
Yes.
to apply.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion on line 11103. The 2025 budget was $34,653. I want to take that back to the $34,653. And I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Scott seconds. Any questions? All in
Yes.
favor? Sorry.
So you're going back to the original?
I'm taking it back to the original amount.
And because it's not that way in the salary ordinance, he's wanting to make it match the salary ordinance
Okay.
until we,
Okay, I
until
got
we
you.
address it
That's what it
there.
is.
It
Okay,
needs to match.
I got it.
Okay, so I got a first and second. Any other discussion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay, we got 2 noes, the rest are yeses, Martha. That is going to revert back to $34,653
But
on
then you're
line.
gonna change it in the salary ordinance
And
in
then you're gonna change the
2026.
part-time too. though.
And
We
we're,
need to reduce the part-time.
Yeah.
and that's the next one. Okay, that one is going to revert back, 34,653. Okay, I'll do it again. On the part-time, 11903, that one in 2025 budget was 27,040. I'm going to make the motion to reduce the 32.5 back to the 27,040, which is back to the, reverts them both back to the 2025 budget. I've got a motion on the table. Do I have a second?
Second.
Scott seconds. Questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Same thing again, Martha. 2 noes, rest yeses. That one passed. And the stipends, none of that will change because we didn't actually do anything. Supplies. Okay, I don't see. He's going to come back on that, I guarantee you. Probably on the travel and the training and education, correct? He's definitely going to come back on that one. Okay. Any more questions? You guys see anything on page 2?
So does everybody have the net effect of what we just did?
The what?
Net effect
Up to this point, you mean? Just on this?
Veterans,
for veterans is up $5,603.
5,600.
It's up.
5,603. Is that what you?
It should match.
No, it does not.
He cut 12,000-ish out of the salary, but only was adding in $5,460.
Yeah, that's your difference right there. Okay. If you guys don't see anything else on page 2, we're going to go to page 51, which is council.
We've already cut it.
We've already cut, because we removed the stipends. We removed the stipends from us, and I've got down, we also reverted the council secretary back, correct?
I don't know why it's not up there, but anyway.
Okay.
And then you moved your training conference from 1,000 to 300.
Yeah. Okay. I only got two more lines. You guys got anything on that?
What'd you do with the council secretary?
That one,
For some reason, it got in there as $42.50, but it should be the $4,093.
Yeah,
The same
okay.
as last year,
Right.
so we
Yeah.
moved that.
we just took it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Council, any more questions on page 51? Okay, commissioners, page 40. Actually, it's 40 through 42. Okay. Commissioners, we got one down, 72, administrative director, 0, county attorney, 0. I've got one on, revisit on 11701, actually 11701, 11702.
So we pay these and then they're reimbursed.
Do I?
We pay these.
No, those two are ours.
I do that a lot. So do they get increments?
Soil and water do.
Okay.
But the issue, these amounts are significantly higher than what an increment should be.
So I had to do some research on this one. Last year, when the budget numbers were entered, they were entered incorrectly. So I did some research on
Okay.
yeah. So
You're on 1171, which one do you
So,
the same question.
line
Number seven.
11701
want?
should actually read for 2025, 44,226. And that's what it should read for 26.
701, line 701.
Yes,
So it should actually be
44,226. And then 11702.
We just flipped.
You're flipping them again.
Well, there, it says Stephanie's 11701.
701 is 39,967. 702 is 24,226.
Because I'm.
They were entered the wrong way last year, the previous year. That's why there it shows.
I started to say, well, on
Yeah.
the form, okay.
Yeah.
So that's, all right. So, being corrected, thank you very much, Andy. So 701 is actually gonna be 39,967.
Which is what we got.
Okay. Right, but I'm gonna have to go back and get an additional, because it's in here as 38,657 for 25.
38,657 for 25. That's what I'm showing.
Was the,
But it should be the 39,967.
So you're saying at the end of the year, our regular budget meeting will
Yeah,
have
it's
to come
gonna be
back for
short.
additional to finish up
Right.
that line.
Right.
And then the same thing for 2025, it should be 44,226, which is what she has. She gave us the correct way for 2026. But just so you know that the 2025 numbers were entered incorrectly.
They were entered incorrectly.
Right.
Okay.
When the budget was adopted, whoever put it in the system put it in incorrectly. That's why you see the big differences in the 25 to the 26 salary,
Okay.
because you were questioning that.
Trying to figure out 11,806. I've got on this out, but I'm not sure what we do on, did we do anything on account 11,806?
No.
I don't see it.
11,806 is still $1,000? I have 0 on my paper.
Well, that's what I've got, but I'm not seeing,
There's been no motion on 11,806.
what
what would
is,
this pay for? It looks like it's,
So this is if they have to hire, so Clerk of the Works are Kelsey and Dalton, who are our maintenance men, and this is if they have to hire somebody in to help out for whatever reason. We've never had to use it, but you never know.
okay.
I make a motion to decrease line 11,806 to 0, and I don't know, I guess I'm just going to suggest or move to defund that line.
Okay, I've got a motion on the table to take 11,806 to 0. Do I have a second?
second.
Amy will second that. Any questions on the motion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is going to 0. 11,806. Okay,
Now we're in solid waste.
stipends, stipend
Can't keep them
part-time.
straight, Jeff.
Okay, if you go down to, and I can't get answers on this, so if you go down to account number 12200, which is retirement, that went from 1,095,000 to 1.350. I'm going to put the motion on the table to take that back to 2025 budget, 1,095,000.
Okay.
Second, I got a first and second. Any questions on the motion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Martha, 12200 is going to revert back to the 2025 budget.
That was
And that is how much?
$1,095,000.
How much was that? It's 1,350 to 1,095. Martha, what did that decrease?
I have 244,000.
Yep, $255,000.
255.
Okay, and I've also on account number 12300, which is the group insurance, that went up from 2.1 million to 2.5 million. Can't get a real good answer on that until after August, and they don't know what it's going to do. I think this is a projection. I'm going to make the motion to, on account number 12300, to revert the 2.5 million back to the 2.1 million, which was the 2025 budget.
Okay.
Jeff seconded. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Okay, I've got one no, the rest yeses. Martha?
It's 300,000.
And then, if you go the one right below that, you've got 12400 account number, which is the unemployment compensation.
What are we talking about?
It's already cut to 30,000.
We did
That one is done. I'm not sure that can't be cut again. Well, I mean, in 2025 expenditures, there's only $4,700 being used on it.
Cut it to 30, or cut 30 out? No, wait a minute.
We all,
We've already cut it to 30. I've cut it to 30 now.
Probably cut it to 50. By 50, I mean.
They've only used, yeah, Amy.
My unemployment comp did not increase this year.
I make a motion to cut that by 50, that to $10,000.
I will second it. I've got a motion on the table to cut that to 10,000. That is account number 12400, that employment compensation, to 10,000. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Basically 50 out of that.
Opposed?
nay.
Okay, I got one no, the rest yeses, Martha. 12400 is cut to 10,000. That 12500. You do anything with that? 12500 is went to 55,000. That one's already been cut.
So we cut 20,000 already, is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Expenditures were 60. And see, that fund is up and down. Solid waste controller. Okay. Do you guys see anything else on page 40? Amy? Scott? You guys good on 40? Okay, let's go to 41. Still in Commissioner's budget.
I'm sure we've ever used anything out of this 13.5.
On which one?
On 14200,
Yeah, we cut that.
is it already out?
That one is cut.
It's already to zero.
Okay.
4200 is cut to 0. I didn't have it at 0. It's cut.
I didn't either.
Okay, solid waste attendants, truck drivers.
I have by the collection attendance 14,300. I have 25,000 cut from that. That does, it's not highlighted. But did we do anything to that or talk about it?
It's not been cut.
No, we didn't do anything with
But
that.
we didn't talk about it?
Mm-mm.
That's a salary, right?
Hmm.
That would need to match what's presented in the solid waste budget.
Yeah, that one's reimbursed, correct, Martha? Yeah, that one's reimbursed from solid waste. And then if you go down, I know we talked about this in one direction or another, but it stems back to economic development. 31000. We've talked about changing that and leaving that, and moving that, and did the abatement fees get moved on?
We decided to let the abatements go to the RDC
Abatement fees go to RDC
and
On the
leave the
new-
25,000 in there.
and leave the 25,000 in there.
What are you going, well, we also talked about whether you wanted to use the,
What?
we also talked about if we wanted to use the same layout that the city uses, or do we want to stick with the proposal we have? The city pays a $50,000 a year membership, but they keep all of their fees, and the county pays a $25,000 membership, and it's written out that they split the fees unless noted differently, like we did on the fiber tech.
So the abatement fees are actually going on, FiberTech go to RDC.
Yeah, 100%, that's how we approve that
100%.
abatement. But the way it is,
On the rest.
normally, we split them. But we only pay a $25,000 a year membership. The city keeps all of theirs, but pays a $50,000.
So it seems fair if you're letting them keep part of the abatement fees, that 25,000 should be a fair number.
Agreed.
What's that?
25, if you're gonna keep part of the abatement fees, 25,000 is a fair number.
Yeah, unless you decide you want to keep all of them going forward, then you probably want to raise it. But if you've done what the city does. Just depends, of course, you'd have to go back and amend that when you use some.
Right, so if the salary committee makes us, not salary, sorry, the abatement committee makes a specific deal, recommendation, as it did this last one, where 100% goes to the RDC, that's the recommendation. However, the default is 50/50 RDC, 50 Economic Growth Council. So it kind of gives an incentive, in my opinion, for Economic Growth Council to work for it a little bit so that they get their abatement fees 50%. If they're gonna work for it, then they'll come out better than 50,000 obviously a year than what the city pays them. If they don't, then they get the 25.
So your opinion is leave the 25 alone.
In my opinion, yes.
As I sat here tonight, yes.
Okay,
That's what the.
okay, so we're not bothered that one. Okay. I don't see, unless you guys do anything else on 41. Do you guys see anything? Amy?
No.
Scott?
No.
No? Janie?
No.
Jeff? 42. Okay. 37,900. Okay, on the mental health, what did we do on the mental health on that?
It had to go up.
Not touch it, it went up.
We
That
gave
one.
them a raise.
I was gonna say, I've got it marked,
262,038.
262,038 is what I've got. Okay, and then you've got 6.
Is it feasible for the courts to use this organization as opposed to the private psychiatrist?
To answer your question, no. Because when someone requests a competency hearing or insanity defense, we do it as cheap as possible, but it's one of those things too, if you go too cheap, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. And the real problem is just getting people to even do it. We have to work on them. Right now, fortunately, we have several good ones, but
But none of them are through Centerstone.
no. And
That's a shame that we can't, that we give $250,000 and we don't seem to know what we're getting for that money.
Judge Klein, the competencies and sanities have to be done by a forensic psychiatrist, which takes a special certification that Centerstone doesn't hire.
Doesn't even have.
Or none that I know of.
No, they don't have it.
Then we need to change the law and not pay Saratoga money.
I have to talk to our lawmakers.
Okay. On account number 38002, that's the Lawrence County 4-H Fair Council. I'm going to make a motion to reduce that from 12,000 to 6,000. Do I have a second?
Well, I noticed they've spent the 12. What,
Okay,
I
they
need
get, this is paid out in a draw. So when we do settlement, they get 6,000 in June and 6,000 in December.
Got a first on the table, do I have a second?
second?
Janie seconds. Any questions or comments on this? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that is unanimous. That is 38002 is cut to 6,000. And then you got Lawrence County Fair right underneath that. 38,100. That one is 55,000.
I'll make a motion to cut that one in half as well, to 27,500.
To the 27.5. I will second it. So I have a first and second on the table to cut 38,100 Lawrence County Fair to 27.5. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
You're no? Okay, got one no, the rest yeses. Martha. That was reduced to 27.5. And the other one that I'm questioning is SIDC.
I make a motion to revert to the 2025 budget, 17,500.
I've got a motion on the table to, on 38,800 SIDC, to take that back to the 17,500. Have a second?
Second.
Amy seconds. Any questions?
Is it that a membership fee when we have to cut that all together or not? I thought that was a set fee.
Well,
It's a membership fee for sure.
it's membership.
Does that include the 5,000 to join the land bank?
That's what that's the part that I really am not in favor of, is the land bank.
I think that's what causes the dues to go up is because of the land bank, but it is all one due.
So it's one membership.
Well, we did get a separate bill for the land bank for the $5,000.
So there is a second.
That's the part I really don't want to fund. That's the part I got phone calls about.
That's in addition to this 22,500.
Right, the original was the 17.5, and then we got an additional invoice for $5,000 for the land bank.
I think going forward, though, it'll all be one invoice.
Probably so.
I stand by my motion.
Okay, I've got a motion and a second on the table. Any further questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, Martha, that is unanimous. That is going to go revert to 17.5 on 38800. The printing we cut the printing before, didn't we? Printing's not been touched. 39,400.
Well, wait a minute. back to software support. Why do I have a note out here? Lao, 6,900.
69,000, that's what, we
69,000.
cut it down to 69,000 to cover the lab
No, we're gonna
contract.
cut that to 6,000.
Okay.
Records not been touched. I don't know why their printing is so high.
Printing is for advertisements in the newspaper, and so we just got done advertising for tax
For all
sale.
the meetings that you call.
There you go. Don't get him started. Don't get him started.
So we have to advertise the tax sale 3 times, and I'm gonna tell you that each one of those is about $800 a piece.
Yeah, it's
So,
Well, the only thing I was looking at was in 2024, they only used $5,400 of it.
printing is cheaper.
But in 6 months, I assume they've already used 4,100 of this?
Yes. And by now, we've used more than that.
Did that law stay the same, that we still have to advertise in the local paper, or is that one that can be done?
We don't advertise anything using the local paper. We put them out on our website, and we put them on WPIW. We no longer have to advertise. As long as they're on our website, we're covered.
Oh, I'm talking about the ones that we pay for out of printing.
So there are some that we do have to,
And that law stayed the same?
yes.
So that's not all the meetings and everything. Those go on your
You
website.
know, generally, your meetings, if you have additionals, those have to be print advertised.
Okay.
So we have that, there's various other things that have to be print advertised. But if we don't have to put it in the newspaper, we put it on the website so that we can save that money.
Well, I was going to suggest taking that down to by 4,000, but you're saying you've already spent, that take it down to 6,000.
You could cut it down 2,500, 3,000, and we'll make the best of it.
Is this something that could be shifted into Riverboat or one of those areas?
Possibly, yes. You could, you know.
Or cover the extra out of Riverboat?
You could.
I'll make a motion to move line 39400 to $5,000.
Second.
Amy's got a motion on the table to cut the 10,000 in half to 5. Jeff seconds. Any questions on the motion? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Martha, that one is cut in half. Unanimous. I was trying to figure out on 43,400, do anything on that, did we?
Oh, we could go.
On 43,400 is tools that they budgeted.
That was for Kelsey and them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
They were using their own stuff 2 years
Oh,
ago.
right.
I just had a question mark on that, but we didn't do anything with it. Okay, any more questions on
On
42?
39,900, you can strike that, because we're gonna pay that out of RDC money, fund 65,000 for line 39900. I don't know if that has to be put to a motion. If it is, I move to remove the $65,000 from account 39900, and that is to be paid from RDC.
Second.
Okay. I've got a first and a second to remove that, and that will be paid by RDC. Okay. Any questions or comments on that? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Martha, that one is removed to RDC. Okay. Has anybody got anything else on commissioners? Okay, and then we're gonna go on to, back to, sorry. Well, actually, that's not true. 43, we'll go ahead to page 43. We're gonna jump, because this will stay in, this is courthouse.
Make a motion to remove line 31501 for cybersecurity backup in the amount of $60,000 to be paid for by RDC.
Which line you on?
31501.
Okay, Scott's got a motion on the table, account number 31501, cybersecurity backup, the amount of $60,000 to be removed.
Second.
Janie seconds that. Any questions, comments on that? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is unanimous. 60,000 is removed.
Jeff, I think you're the only commissioner here. Do you know if the increase in the spraying and landscaping lines are estimates of increases or those contracts that have already been discussed?
I don't know what the total is on, right off the top of my head, I know the landscaping one was $8,400, I remember that.
It went up $1,500, Jeff.
Yeah, they raised that contract this time to $8,400, I remember that right after the first of the year. The spray, I think they just do that on a per time spray basis, is that right, Martha?
So they spray on a monthly basis. And this covers the spraying for the courthouse. It covers, we have it in this budget and in the plaza budget. The courthouse will cover, this one it covers when they spray at the jail. If they have to spray extra, you know, if there's an outbreak of bed bugs, roaches, mice, whatever, they have to come extra. But, we don't have any contract, but they give us a very good deal on it. But,
That's on the spraying,
that's on the spraying.
but the landscaping went up. That contract just went up.
Yes.
I don't have anything on this page. Have you guys got anything on this page?
No.
On 43? You guys got anything on 43? Okay. We're going on to 44. Is Courthouse Plaza.
And this is the one that there is an account that they collect rent for?
No.
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 Okay, okay.
The rent is on the fund.
Yeah, down the plaza.
I don't have anything on there, but the only thing that I had was, and it's not worth that, is the janitorial supplies went up 1,000, but
Yeah.
that's understandable.
I mean, you can cut it back because we can make it work.
Those could be purchased out of other funds. Is that?
We can, if they run out of money in this one, we can go back to the other budget too. She kind of uses them interchangeably, all.
Does she need some in this budget?
Oh, yes, yes.
So we're talking about cutting $1,000.
Just cutting it back to last year's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a motion to cut $1,000 back to the $6,000 original amount for line 23100, janitorial supplies.
Got a motion on the table to cut that one back 1,000. Do I have a second? Phil seconds. Any questions, comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one passes. That one goes back 1,000. Have you guys got anything else on 44? Okay. I want to go backwards for just a second because I skipped 2 because we were close. Let's go to page 1, which should be data processing. I don't think there's anything there, but. There's just nothing there on data processing.
Need to get that computer supplies line labeled properly going forward, Martha. I think, wasn't that where he said it was, should be contract?
No, we're changing 39300.
Yeah,
Contract services.
Yeah, the 39300 is going to contract.
yeah,
Yes,
sorry,
that's
I
okay.
looked at the wrong one.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else on page 1? Okay, then we're going to page 12. Which is election. And I know this one went up, but again, it's election year, so I mean,
Supplies.
Amy, do you think there's any wiggle room in here?
And I won't spend anything I don't have to. I don't know how to cut it any. I've talked to other counties if I can have their junk stuff, so that I don't have to buy the new pole pads, and that's a possibility. Because they got 1 year newer than I have.
I just don't think there's anything there. Because last year we got by, there was no election. This year there is election, so. Okay. You guys got anything on page 12? Okay, we're going to Superior Court 1, page 52. Some of this has already been done, correct? I don't have anything on there.
No, that's fine.
You guys got anything on Super 1, page 52? Janie?
No,
Okay. We're coming off of 52, we're going to Super 2, page 53.
So court reporters, we've got 5 and 1 bailiff, right?
Yes. Well, 4, a clerk, and one bailiff who is also a court reporter. So there's 5 court reporters and a clerk. The clerk is on the lower salary schedule.
I don't have anything else flagged on him. Do you guys have anything on 53? You guys got anything on 53? Okay. We're going on to Circuit Court, 54, 55. I think this is the one, Judge Nykerk is actually on 55, I'm jumping. That's the one you decreased.
We cut the 20,000 out of the mediation.
Yeah.
fund, and we cut,
Everybody cut
I'm
20.
sorry, on the juvenile. It was
Care of patient inmates.
That one went down by what, 25,000?
Yeah.
And then the other one we cut was the mediation. We cut it by 20. And then I talked with Nedra and Ashley that the juvenile care lines at 33.5, that's programming for juveniles, but I think we could possibly work out something that, maybe a grant, I don't know, or we would just have to cut back programming, but I think we could reduce that down to 5,000.
Which line you on?
What line?
37802.
37?
802.
Could take it down to what?
Sorry, to cut 5,000 is what that is. I'm sorry. I was reading what was on the paper. But I think, yeah, so that would go down and then you said we could take 2,000 out of line 37803. So that would go down to 16,000 or 18,000.
Okay, back on the juvenile care, the 37,802, you want to go down to what on that one?
28.5.
28.5.
I'll make a motion to reduce that to 28.5.
Okay, I got a first and a second on account number 37,802 to reduce to 28.5. Any questions, comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is now 28.5. Thank you. Okay, and the next line?
Motion to reduce 37,803 to 16,000.
Okay, Janie's got a motion on the table for going 37,803 to reduce that to 16,000. Do I have a second?
Second.
Jeff seconds that one. Any questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one is reduced to 16,000. Okay. You guys got
What
anything?
about the last position that was added here? Was that last year?
Which one you on?
11,414.
11,414?
That was just added.
Well, we did just add that. This is going to be controversial when I say this. But I know there was an incident up there the other day where the judge needed some help. And she said she had 8 officers there within seconds. That it was that, and if you can get 8 officers that quick, if they're in, we've got enough in the building, I'm wondering if we do continue to fund that.
I don't know what Judge Gowdy said, but there were not 8 officers up there.
I thought she said they came.
He was arrested right outside the front door. They ran over to the door, but he was removed by the bailiff from the courtroom, and one deputy who ran up, he then jumped down the main staircase, all on video. They then drug him across the courthouse floor on the front door on video. He then gets arrested out here, and I think the total officers were 5 in the video.
You know, people come running from the jail because they were in a meeting or something.
They were
Well, I may
not-
have misunderstood. This was at the security meeting the other day when she was talking about.
That particular day, we had training going on at the sheriff's department, so there were multiple veteran police officers and our agency there, so that, and they ran across here, so that probably
They
was.
didn't come to the
that
front,
running out
they
there
were
was-
not as in court.
Well,
So,
I
the video-
misunderstood her.
The video is very clear. You can see him in the courtroom, down
I'm
the
not
hall,
gonna
down the
argue.
steps.
I'm not gonna argue. I just,
No,
that's what I
that's,
understood.
we're not.
Well, I don't think that was Scott's question. I think your question was, it went from 4912 to 4950, wasn't that your
Well,
question?
no, I wondered about the added position since we're gonna cut back, I mean, since that was recently added. And it worked for years prior, they were sitting here cutting positions.
I understand the predicament you find yourselves in, but I just want, for the record, say I think it'd be a grave mistake. I have the only female judge. I don't have transport officers on a regular basis because we don't have criminal court like the other 2 courts. And the numbers that were just released from the Supreme Court, Circuit Court, and I know Nedra would attest to this, and some of the lawyers, is by far the busiest court in the county. We have 2 judicial officers, and since Monday, we've handled over 27 cases. So,
You realize you've got more police officers between 2 buildings than you have on duty around the whole county?
So do you realize that we only have 1 deputy in this courthouse for weeks because there's been a medical leave? So when someone gets sick,
Well, I'm saying when they're fully
or
staffed.
someone can't leave for the day, if I don't have a bailiff, we have 1 armed guard in this whole building. And on most of those days, when it's 1 armed guard, the only other man in this building is me. I'm just telling you, folks, what we're dealing with in the court system is not the same what we were dealing with prior to COVID. So do as you may, but it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a major problem. We have people daily coming up to our window screaming and yelling. What happened with Judge Gotti the other day is not uncommon.
So you have to take people out by force a lot of times.
It's not uncommon at all. Ashley just got yelled at the window last week.
And the bailiff takes care of that?
He was right beside the guy and made him leave, yeah. And he is one of our frequent flyers who comes in the building. And court security has to let him in. They have a right to come in. But when they get out of control upstairs, I don't know if Katie would say it or not, but we're the only county in District 20 that does not have deputies in the courtroom. Owen, Monroe, and Greene all have deputies. We're the only county. And it's a matter of time, folks. With all the drugs we're dealing with, it's a matter of time.
You mean you don't have deputies assigned to the courts?
Right.
Martin County just did sign one, didn't it?
Martin County has no security when you go in, and they just now have a part-time bailiff. He's the retired sheriff, and he stays during court, and then when there's no court, he leaves.
They had a pregnant female officer 2 years ago responded to the judge's distress call. He punched a pregnant deputy, and I got appointed as special judge and was the sentencing judge on that deputy who ran into that scene. The folks we're dealing with are not like they were before COVID. I don't know what changed, but it's totally different.
We can hold this one for review because we've got to go back on another one unless you guys want to make a decision now, but on that.
Go back.
We can go back to it, but he's made several cuts.
I think my total, if you include the magistrates, around $165,000 I've cut.
We can go back on that one.
Well, we know we have to cut by 2 million. That's a sad
Again,
truth.
Janie, I'm the busiest court, and I have 2 judges with 5 court reporters. So that needs to probably be considered. The other ones have 1 judge, 5 court reporters. I have 2 judges, 5 court reporters. I cannot take on any more than I'm doing. I can't. I won't.
If you guys see nothing else on 54, we'll lay on that, we'll revisit that one, because there's another one in there. 55, page 55. That's the one I jumped to there a minute ago that you cut. You cut that back to 40, correct?
Yes.
Page 55. So, matching grant, what books through? Nothing else there. I mean, he's already cut. 55. Have you guys got any questions on 55? Page 55? Phil? Okay. Probation, 64. Uh,
65.
65, it is. I know originally when we first started, there was talk of removing one probation. 503. Nedra, how many's in that? How many probation?
Line item, 11308, that's 3 positions.
No, I've got 11503.
Or 1503, I'm sorry, that one has 3.
Has 3.
And I also just have one administrative assistant that does 17, does all 17 of my books, does my payroll, and also does all my claims, and answers on the phone all day long. The part-time position comes 2 days a week and fills in for her when she's on vacation.
So the part-time's in there 2 days a week, you say?
Yes.
And the office supplies in that one you have zeroed, and
Zero
also
that and also
postage.
my postage, and I put that in user's fees. I would be willing, the $3,000 stipend, to move that to users, to my adult probation users fees. I can't pay that out of there.
So you can move the 3,000.
If that's fine with Martha, that will make a change, and I'll have to do a payroll change and all that, but I can do that, because I can't pay that out of user's fee.
Which fund is that now?
That's the,
12011. So
Need a
Nedra's-
motion? To
Janie's got a
set
motion on the table. You're wanting to zero that?
12011.
12001 stipend full-time, because Nedra's going to move that. Okay. That would, Janie's got a motion on the table to 3,000 to 0. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Phil seconds. Any questions on the motions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, that one passed. Okay. And you're going to move that to where?
to adult probation users fees.
We need to vote on that? We don't
I just
have,
have to change it, just the one, I can pay it out,
Yeah.
I'll just move it down.
okay,
I have a stipend line there, I'll just transfer out another one.
okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any more questions on page 64? You guys good? Phil? Okay, we're gonna go to page 29, Public Defender.
No, this is before we had to change.
Is he on
dates.
schedule?
He should be on 29.
I'm laughing at him, but I'm probably the one that, no, I'm on there. Okay, and we've already made. Okay, because that one, we've already cut the expert witnesses line, correct? Cut that one to 2,500.
Tim, I have a note on your 4E. It said it can possibly be used for general needs if the state grants the request. Can you help me remember what my note refers to?
Yes, so the 4E reimbursement we get goes into that non-revolving fund. It's earmarked for the CHINs and TPR services that are performed in our office. We can petition the commission for an exemption if we need to pull some out for something.
For example, if your postage line was not enough to cover your entire year.
I can try to transfer.
Tell you what, to be honest with you, I don't have anything on that page.
We could do small amounts.
Because, well, that's the way with me, but we've already nailed him, we've already removed on the expert witness line. And there's, I don't have anything else there. You guys got anything on 29?
It's like she said, it's such a small amount,
It's-
it's just $200 there.
It's not worth it.
Tim, your dues and organizations line
Yes.
is up 1,000 from last year. Do you anticipate needing all of that?
I do, but last year we didn't because some of the attorneys didn't turn in their dues bills to the office. That's why we were low last year. So to wisely budget, I should have that number there. But if you were to cut me back to either what was budgeted for this year, I'll either have to come back for an additional if needed or try to make it up some other way.
So that was budgeted 2025, 1,500.
I'll make a motion to move line 37100 to 1,500.
Okay, Amy's got a motion on the table for 37100 to take that back to the 2025 budget of 1,500. Do I have a second? Jeff will second. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Martha, that one passes. That one is going to be reduced by 1,000. Have you guys got anything else on 29, Janie?
No.
Phil? Okay. Okay, and there's probably no reason to go there, but, and I didn't do these numbers. We're going back to page 10, weights and measures. There's nothing there.
You're not gonna do anything to that.
Huh? Nah, there's nothing. But she's got nowhere else, so there's nothing there. Okay. Do you guys see anything on 10? Amy? Okay, then we're gonna go to page 80, which is the jail. I got chicken tax all over mine, but we didn't do anything with the jail at all, did we? Most of these, a lot of them he's already reduced, some of them.
Greg, that inmate medical services, did we move that someplace else, or is that one that paid out two different
Transfer to lit is why.
funds?
Yeah, that's the one that just want to go, so we can take out of there. And then as we need to bills later in the year, next year, we do additional that bill.
Couldn't remember.
I honestly don't have anything there. Do you guys have anything on 80? You ain't got-
Notes all over it, I think we've already done.
I've got, that's what it meant, I've got notes all over it, but I think these are already done.
Yeah.
You guys good? Okay. Now we're going to, which there's nothing there, 19, page 19, which is forensics. There's nothing there, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that whole budget is $3,500. Okay, now we're going to page 24, which is prosecutor 4D. I think a lot of this we've already been through, haven't we? Huh?
I don't have anything on this page.
400, we've already been through.
Did we decrease 39,400 to?
Yeah, we made three cuts.
Yes.
We made three cuts there, 39,400.
450,000 and 450,001.
45,000,
Yes.
went to 1450.
Those are actually increases. The
Right.
45000 and the
They were just
45601.
left off.
She forgot to put them in this.
Inadvertently left off. That's a long look, I got scolded.
So
Just a little bit, what?
These were consistent.
Yes,
Every year.
Veterans Office. If you can find your 75,000.
I don't
Left in RDC.
have anything on this page.
I've got a supplement.
You guys got anything on 24? Have you guys got anything on 24, Jamie?
I'm sorry.
Page 24?
No.
Okay, next page, 25.
It's just the total for
It's
page
just
24.
the total, which is,
No, the total for the 4D fund.
yeah. And I've got that changed to 293,676, the new total. Is that right? 292,676. Okay. That's the end of the general fund.
You're short.
Huh?
You're about 800 short.
800.
You got 302.
My unofficial
Yeah, but
calculation.
we've already cut 4. Is that including the 4?
That does not include any benefits.
Okay.
I only took out salaries and might compare to what the table has.
We have 1.4.
You have 1.4. Okay. I know when we originally talked about this, our target was 1.5, 1.6, what we originally talked about.
That's what we thought we were off was. We wouldn't think we was off this much either.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
I think, Benz, we've been through this once. I don't know how you guys feel about it. We go back in recess till tomorrow night. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
I mean, you can either,
I
if,
can't be here during
well, then we need to go back through the night.
You got 1 point,
We got 1.429474.
See, I told you I couldn't
You did good. I'm not gonna quibble over the small stuff.
Hey, Rick, I don't know if this matters at all, but Jeannie and I sat down today and we figured out based on the cuts that I already made earlier this year with the employees and then being short-staffed, we should be giving back just $350,000 in salary to the general fund, if you can help with that.
so that would give back 350,000 for this year.
You can't, I mean, I believe the sheriff, the budget for this year is what it is. That's in there.
That's
It doesn't revert back until the year is over.
So she said we need to be above 2.
She said right at 2. There are some other considerations that can go into this. And so she will be checking, we'll be here tomorrow night to meet with you all and walk through the levies. There's levies that we can move, things that we can do to up the budgets in county general. So, I mean, I feel like this is a very good start.
Well, I do, I want to go back. I know I'm probably beating a dead horse to this health thing that you brought up the very first of the evening. That health department has operated with one sanitarian for years. And now we're saying you can have 2. And even though it doesn't say the general fund, it's still out of the levy, and the levy is what we're going to be looking at to cut. I mean, I just don't understand why everybody thought that was important to put a second sanitarian in there when it hasn't been there for years.
I know exactly what you're saying, but it does affect the general fund, but it's not directly affecting the general fund.
Right.
That, I think, the amount of workload they have. I mean, I think a lot of people didn't realize between the schools, they have to take care of the cafeterias, I mean, anywhere that serves a hot dog, for that matter. I mean, they have to go in there. And then,
They were
of
doing
course,
that. They've always done that job.
and they've always complained that they were shorthanded too. How long ago did we go to? It's been,
I think in 22.
I was here.
Yeah.
So they've had two for a few years. That was on my other term. It was okay to go to two.
I didn't know they hired them.
Does anybody know if that line's gonna go down since the employee that was in
It will
it
go
was
down.
there?
Yeah, it's gonna go down
It'll go
significantly.
down about $10,000. Nicole will give you an exact amount shortly, but it's roughly $10,000 that his salary will go down because he's just been here, I think, the anniversary date is in like April. So he's only, and she was here 31 years prior person.
Right.
So they are on skill scale C.
Of course, the one that, don't they double duty? I mean, even the one that does the sanitary kind of covers the food also.
What she said, the cross training.
Yeah. So I mean, anytime there's a weekend event, festivals, I don't know, I don't see how one person can. Seems like a pretty heavy workload to me. For
Well,
one
if
person.
they do a good job, it'll be wonderful, because that's the one place I get the most complaints about.
I think the young man that they are putting in there
Good job.
will be a very positive.
Change the whole, maybe the whole,
Well, a lot of the complaints was over the sewer system, wasn't it, the cost of it?
Septic side.
Well, you know, the guy that makes the decisions on that's the guy that comes out and does the soil sample. It's not hard.
No wind job. Never gonna make people happy. People are always gonna complain.
She said we were at what, 1-4?
is it 148?
Very good. I was talking public input.
148, yeah.
Just a miss that.
I think they said 1-4.
So it would change that salary line, it would reduce it by $8,518
On the health department,
on the sanitary, yes.
on sanitary.
I don't even remember what page that was on.
I'm trying to find it. It's on page 8.
Thank you. So are we talking about 11,605,
Yes, ma'am.
and it goes to what?
It's going to go down to 49,850.
Which one's that?
No, yes. This one is the same because this one's been there 2 years. But this is the line that she was at.
Well, the only other things you talked about revisiting, was it the clerk?
Clerk was
And-
one.
I was skipped.
Back again about circuit court? Were those the only two things you talked about going back to?
Prosecutor.
Clerk and the prosecutor.
Prosecutor, then Rebecca Payne to get you more information on hotspots.
She's gonna get more back on that. With the clerk
I do
and,
think there's gonna be fiber there prior to next year's.
That would solve that problem.
Mm-hmm. If they don't have a contract.
Find out where they are in that contract. Contracts are made to be broken, right, William?
Well, it's not a county contract either, it's.
When you contract, you basically are signaling the commissioners, this is what we're giving you to fund this contract, and then Purdue can take it or leave it at that point.
Yeah, true.
Is the contract with the commissioners or is the contract with Purdue?
Contract commissioners
Purdue
approved
could-
it. But
Oh,
it's
they
with
approved it?
Purdue. Yes, commissioners approved it.
We're still talking about the
Hot
hotspots,
spot.
right?
I think that one needs to wait till she comes back.
I want more information.
My opinion on that one. And if you want to go back to the clerk,
Yeah, we skipped it.
if you want to go back to the other one that we mentioned before prior was probation. That's the only two that we went. And you can't be here tomorrow night, right?
No, I can't.
That's the only other two directions I'm willing to go.
It sounds like you're gonna have to work tonight till you get where you wanna be. If Jeff can't be here tomorrow night.
Well, I think I'm going to stay with, this is my opinion, this is one of 7. We've heard we were going to cut $1 million, we was going to heard we were going to cut 1.7, now we hear we're going to cut 2. When this started, the council set the goal at 1.516. That's where I'm staying. I mean, for this to me is a repeat of the last 4 years with, I'm staying with 1.5. If we get to 1.5 million, I will be tickled to death. That's where I'm staying. That's my opinion. That's one of 7.
I think that are 1.6. I think you're
Close enough. Because, I mean, I'm just getting tired of no numbers, I'm getting tired of numbers moving, and I'm going back to where the council originally started at 1.5, 1.6. If we hit that target, we set that target. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be
It's been a
happy.
moving target, hasn't it?
It's been a moving target, and I don't like it. But the council set it at 1.516. If we hit the 1.516,
Right.
I'm happy. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am.
So you need to get about what, 250 more?
They've got
So if you
124.
want to go with 1.5, you need $70,526.
And there's still some money on the table from RDC and that allotment, is that correct, Scott?
Yeah.
If we
If
can-
it goes to county, yeah.
Do you know what else you could fund?
I've thrown a couple other things out there, but I've not got responses from anybody yet.
I mean, we cut bodies, which I despise. We,
Well, you was gonna look at the, you skipped over the clerk, and then some circuit court, we're gonna leave that alone.
you want to go back to the clerk?
Well, we skipped over that one to start with. We looked at it, then we said, let's go back, and then we talked about, apparently,
Which one? What page was that?
11 is the clerk.
11.
Extension, registration.
Martin, what was that number that we needed to get to 1.5?
70.
70,000.
70,526.
And RDC has promised us 75,000 additional if we can find it,
200 was the total number.
and we've taken out the 125.
Yeah, so far.
Before I cut another person, I want to see if we can utilize these funds.
I didn't know we had that much.
But you got to have the place to put it.
Yeah. And there it is, it's just trying to find what fits that state guidelines, to see, we look at like, the ultimate thing would be like a car to start off with. But there wasn't a car in county general. They like more of a items like that, and then we talked about, we got into the software, which I've done that twice, so we was trying to find something other than the extraction. That's the other one. the cybersecurity and the extraction is one of the two that I have used late. As far as I asked about,
So that couldn't go to like, the courthouse maintenance plaza, anything, and it has to go to a vehicle.
It has to be public safety.
yeah, it's gotta
And
be,
it's still pretty strict after you, the public safety realm. Like he said, it'd been easy if it was a car or like equipment, like radios or something like that.
And not salary.
Correct.
see, I even asked about the software support for the treasurer's office, because sometimes he said like securing records and stuff. But I'm not seeing a, there's really very few departments that even falls under. I mean, the sheriff, something the commissioners.
How do you feel about $200,000 in repair and maintenance between this building and the one across the street?
We don't have 200 left. And then that, I don't think maintenance, that wouldn't, Katie, that would.
No, not for.
You're just
RDC.
talking
I'm
about-
Oh, you can?
Yeah. I mean, we've got, what, rainy day and.
I looked at that too, Jim. I looked at that too.
I don't know, 200,000 after what's been spent seems like, a lot next year.
What page is that on?
Well, it's split between
Split between.
You're looking at courthouse
Yeah,
and
and the
their
courthouse.
plaza. So those are on
44
40,
or 52?
43 and 44.
$42 and $44?
43 and 44.
43.
So everything that's listed on page 43 under line 35100 are things that would have to be repaired in this courthouse. And then what's on page 44 under 35103 is what has been prepared over there. I mean, just looking at it, you could probably reduce the plazas by 25,000, going off of what we have spent so far this year.
So they're down, they spent 39,000 so far.
So far,
So you want to reduce that to 25,000?
It's a balance in between cap and rainy day.
let me see that. Yeah, rainy days at 2.1. Cume cap is less than that.
I think that's a good place to go for it.
I mean, I don't know that there are any big projects planned, are there, Jeff?
Nothing that I'm aware of as far as other than home maintenance things. We haven't had a lot of troubles this year that I'm aware of either, so.
Well, emergencies do come up, we all have those, but that's what rainy day is for.
I said all along, I figured there was probably some room that you could cut in those, but depending on the kind of circumstances and for want of a better word, luck that we have with rain
in Cume Cap. I
But we
mean,
just don't know. As an addition, we got.
You can.
I mean, that's what Cume Cap's for. I just didn't know how much is in there.
If it's a substantial expense, yes.
Right.
You know, one of the things we bought for a few years was these mini splits up here. It seemed like HFI was here every other day, but luckily we had some better luck with those, so.
So you think Courthouse Plaza, 35100?
I think we could.
I'm gonna make a motion to cut that.
You're on
To 35100. No?
35103.
35103.
Okay.
If I don't have my ruler out here. I've got to think where I want to cut it.
You might as well cut all of that, because I think it's a fee.
I'm going to suggest cutting it to 60,000.
Okay. Janie's got a motion on the table to cut 35103 from 100,000 to 60,000, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Got a second?
Seconds.
Jeff will second that motion. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Martha, that one is unanimous. That is cut back to 60,000.
Rick, I got a question. I still think on that SIDC cut, I know we cut it 5, but are we sure that's gonna work? I mean, need to cut it all, or?
And that's a commissioner issue. You're telling you would fund that for what you funded it for, and if they need to come up with more money, they can come and ask for additional for it, or they can find it somewhere else.
SIDC, we cut that to what?
Well, we cut 5 out of it. Jane made the motion, cut it back to 17.5, but like I said, if that's just a due set of 22.5, I don't know if they're gonna accept that, or like you said, maybe they're gonna come up with money somewhere else to.
Well, I wonder if they separate the land bank out. I don't know. I know you said it'd probably come in as one bill, but
I know this year land bank was separated out.
I know.
Or it could be one of those things that's not funded for the upcoming year and reassessed at a later date.
Go ahead and defund the 17.5.
I'm okay with it.
I'll make a well, hold on, I got a question.
To defund that to 7, you're talking about defund that line 17.5 to 0 in a minute. Martha, she's got a question for you.
No,
Or Katie, I'm sorry.
do we need to rescind the motion that dropped the 5,000, or can I just make a motion for?
I think you can just make another motion.
I mean, it's still open, the whole budget's not finalized, so.
I will make a motion to cut line 38800 to $0.
Okay.
Second.
Amy's got the motion on the floor, 38800, to cut that balance 17.5 to 0. Jeff seconded. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, 38800 is now 0 balance.
Go back to page 43, please.
And we're going back to page 43. 35100, I'm assuming is where you're going.
On line 35100, I would move that we take that back to 75,000, this current year's amount.
Okay.
Cutting 25 from that.
Taking 25 from that.
What line are you on?
Which line?
We are on line 35100, building and equipment maintenance. Jeff's got a motion on the table to cut the 100,000 back to 75,000, correct?
Second.
Okay, second. Scott's got a second. Any questions or comments on this one? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Martha, 35100 is now cut back to 75,000. Do I? Do I? Martha, are we still digging or where we at?
1,511,974.
1.5, 11,974.
974.
Okay.
What page was this I do see on?
I see what
Page 42.
42? Thank you.
Make nice sitting back there, too. Wake him up.
I'm out of it.
The which way?
Well, you're looking at what now?
Oh, I wasn't. I was coming off it. And the two open that we did not go back to, one was the clerk, and the second one was probation.
I have questions that I would like to ask the prosecutor's office, since they didn't show up tonight.
And I have made a note to contact them tomorrow.
Okay.
And I would
So-
like
Not
to.
having a meeting tomorrow, how are you gonna have them come back?
Yeah.
We're off there tomorrow. He was coming. Well, Jeff's not gonna be here.
I,
The other 5 of them.
the other, how many?
5.
If I call it, I'll be fine. I don't want to be. Does that count?
I still want to investigate, to see if we can use those RDC funds.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
Same.
Works well, commissioners, I look at the sheriff, I'm trying to find something in this.
So it's basically, you can use the money on,
Public safety is kind of what it's got tied back to.
I see a line that's like,
Scott, can it be used for like, just off the top of my head, care of inmates for juvenile detention, that's public safety, because it came from public safety, could it be used there? I don't know, we could check.
That's just the thought of it.
Yeah.
One of the reasons you detain on the order, it says, for the safety of the public.
There's a sheriff
do
here. I don't think the sheriff had anything, he can't really move anything now, can he?
No, I mean, if it was before we advertised this budget and had to have it in, we might have had more room to put it in there, but since this is advertised, it is what it is in the book.
it has to be invoiced things, correct?
And the other ladies, one thing else I saw was we're having to do ADA kind of an audit type thing right now. And I know there's a whole lot of things that don't fit that correctly. But we don't have to fix it all at once, but we have to spend some money every year going forward to keep compliant. And there's all kinds of stuff in that.
That's probably not a cum cap expense,
A lot of it's just
small
signage,
things.
just small things, but it adds up to several dollars. Restrooms at the flush it in the right place, and just a lot of little stuff. That you're gonna hire somebody to do it, adds up to a lot of money.
Yeah.
Very quick.
I heard you say it has to be invoiced to be used. Detention fees aren't invoiced. Just so for juveniles, they're invoiced.
Detention fees. Okay.
It's not, like as we sit here today, we have no clue though, the 26, what that figure would be.
No.
But you could take the rest of it out of our budget, make that 0, and then use that money for it.
actually have something on the public safety side.
Yeah. I keep thinking there's,
Martha, do you have a list of the contracts that are paid out of that data processing software support line?
Which budget are you on? Scott?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about line 39300, that is actually a contract that we have with Scott. So when I call and I say, I have a printer down, I have this or that, he bills us every 2 weeks for the number of calls that we have. And that's how that's paid out. And yes, we have a contract. But that's what all that line is for. Jeff?
That contract, I actually got rid of that. That contract's at $53 an hour for 2,600 hours minimum per year is how that contract's written. This is $137,000 and it's a change. So he's obviously billing for somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,074 hours, I think it's a year. And that contract is through the end of 27.
I mean, I don't know all the criteria on that, but I'm not seeing,
it's tough. I mean, how much a gun inside? I'm sure his
All firearms.
firearms, stuff like that.
Firearms, no, that's firearms.
What,
Firearms.
you have a separate, it's not county general, you're not pulling anything from,
No, it's the money from the government system.
There's small amounts in radio maintenance. Is that just a line item or is that a contract for radio maintenance?
the equipment for the cars when you buy them, where's that come out of? Equipment for the cars, where does that come from?
Usually my commissary, because it's not listed anywhere.
Okay.
Find it in here.
Well, I'll get with him in the morning, and I'll go over some things, and I can show you, he'll give me something that he thinks fits the criteria. Let's see his feedback on the Shell building, we've got some stuff on that.
You said there's 75,000 left there.
So I mean, we'll take it somewhere, we'll find somewhere to spend it, but I just want to make sure it's
We don't want to budget on it and have it not be.
pulled back,
eligible.
and yeah, then we can invoice for it.
There's how much?
75,000.
But finding a place that helps where
That
it
fits
fits.
it. That fits that public safety type.
Scott, with your current restrictions, I'm not seeing it.
We're going to get creative, I can see that.
It's,
Can't use it on salary.
No. No. I'll have an answer by noon tomorrow. I mean, I'll go see him, and unless he's out of town, I'll call him, but we'll come up with something.
that we can use that 75,000.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Okay, and then we've only got the other two. Actually, we've got 3 places to go, but you also got questions for prosecutor. Okay. All right. And the total you said was what, 1.51, Martha?
1.51197.4.
And that's not counting your 75,000.
Is that counting 75 or not?
It's not counted.
So we're getting close to
1.6, so we're close. Okay. If you guys don't have anything, and you guys don't have anything, then I think I'm gonna go back into recess until you can get with Sam, or Sam, Martha gets with Sam.
I will contact the prosecutor, see if they will.
Creative with your, okay. All right, we're going into recess till tomorrow at 4:30, same place. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.